Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, wherever you are watching this program from. I welcome you to this amazing program. Today is the 7th of June, 2024. We have come once again, as we always do, to express our views on things that are happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly issues that have to do with the Biafran people. This platform, as you all know, is a platform that is supporting the Biafra Republic Government in exile under the command of our Prime Minister, Ekpa, and the Supreme Command of Nnamdi Kanu. In this platform, we bring information to your doorstep. We do not come here to instigate violence. Neither do we come here to preach hate. What we do is to bring the truth out and to debunk every lie that has been told against the Biafran people. It does not matter who tells the lies. Once we spot a lie in you, against Biafrans, against our Prime Minister, against Nnamdi Kanu, we are going to come here to debunk it. And today, we want to look into a video that was made.
Pay attention and listen to the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria, Ekpa. He has a message. Listen carefully and let's watch.
Can no longer afford that big meat in your soup. What does that tell you? It tells you that poverty is touching almost every cranny of the country. And the only people that will survive it are the Fulanis. My brother, there is no amount of poverty and hunger that is going to strike Nigeria today for Fulanis not to survive it. What about you? By the time they train you with this policy of Fulanization that will first of all crash the economy of Nigeria. They will crash the economy, or they have been crashing the economy of Nigeria. If you have not noticed that, I don't know whether you are following. They have crashed the economy from 2015. Economy of Nigeria have been they crash it every year. And what they do is that as companies are leaving Nigeria, as people are losing their job, after 2 years, they will create 50,000 jobs. They say they have created jobs. Meanwhile, millions of people have lost their job. And who are the people that are losing their job? Southern Nigeria and Middle Belt. How many Fulanis are employed that can lose their job? The only people that lose their job are the Southern Nigeria. So my brother, I want you to calculate how many millions of Southern Nigerians have lost their job from 2015 to 2021. When you make this calculation, you will be able to understand that the hunger is more in the south than as it is in the north. But look at them. They are sending 59.9 billion naira to fight hunger program. To hunger program in the northeast alone. Northeast alone. This is the reason why they have to capture and kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. Because it is this kind of things that made him to fight for your freedom. Did you see the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS? Did you see the reason why you must go and apologize to God? If you ever, until now, continue to speak against the freedom of Biafra. How are you going to address this? You from the southern Nigeria, you from the southeast, you from the south, you from the southwest, you from the old eastern region. How do you address this? How do you look into the mirror yourself and you say, oh, I watched Simon Ekpa program today. He brought a news where the federal government collaborated with G7 to pump 59 billion to the northeast to fight hunger. Meanwhile, in your family, you cannot afford 3 square meals per day. You look yourself in the mirror. You go back and you say, I am supporting one Nigeria. Seriously? I want you to look at yourself. Go and stand in the mirror. If you ever supported Nigeria and continue to support one Nigeria, if you ever mocked the abduction of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, if you mocked the kidnap of the indigenous people, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, who is taking every risk to fight for your freedom, so you will not be subjugated to slavery. So the enslavement by the Fulani will end. If you look into the mirror, see yourself, and you say, I watched Simon Ekpa program this night, and I saw 59.9 billion Northeast hunger prevention. The federal government, in collaboration with the World Bank and G7 countries, on Thursday launched famine prevention program for the Northeast of 59.9 billion naira. And even as I watch it in Simon Ekpa program today, I don't care. I am still supporting one Nigeria. My brother, you don't deserve to be alive. In fact, you don't deserve to live. Because with your action, with your body language, with your character, with your behavior, you have subjugated other people to all manner of enslavement by the Fulanis. By doing that, you are helping the Fulanis to commit these atrocities against the indigenous people in Nigeria. By that singular action, you have aided the impurity, the killing and ethnic cleansing, the genocide and jihad that the caliphate has brought upon innocent people in Nigeria, of which you are part of which you are a victim. Now, this is one. Two, do you know why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS custody? Do you know the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted and kidnapped? Because as I'm talking to you today, let me show you one thing. Let me show you one thing. Now look at the screen. Are you aware that in a bid to continue to sponsor the jihad against Nigeria, for Fulani to continue to control and continue to carry out their Usman Danfodio conquest of the entire Nigeria, do you know what the northern Nigeria, the Fulani did? They created 50,000 or 55,000 polling units. They created 55,000 polling units. $55,000 polling unit. Are you aware of that? You don't know. 10,000 10,000 polling unit. In the southern Nigeria. But the 5,000 polling unit in the northern Nigeria. And then, this is the reason, one of the reasons they will go at any length to abduct Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is the reason why they will go at any length to kill Sunday Igbo. I'm just giving you example of the reason they are going to do anything. Spend all the money they have to stop anybody who will make them to take over Nigeria. Now, 55,000 polling units created by this ANEC in 2021. 10,000 polling units in the southern Nigeria, while 45,000 polling units in the northern Nigeria. This is the Fulanization. This is the Fulanization that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will look at your face and tell you, Fulanis are coming. Do you see it? Now, I want you to have something at the back of your mind. Have you heard of any southern governors coming to say, we reject this polling unit? You cannot hear them. You cannot hear them. We are we are expecting them now, since they begin to show some sign of they have waken up. You have not seen where any governor from this, especially, let us say, the Southern Governors Forum, to come to say, we reject 55,000 polling units created by ANEC, whereby Southern Nigeria will get 10,000 polling units, Northern Nigeria will get 45,000 polling units. And the politicians are telling you, you must give us presidency in 2023. You must give us presidency in 2023. How can you ask people to give you presidency in a democratic system of government? You no balance. Life no balance. Life no balance. We don't want to continue to be part of impunity country. We don't want to be part of a country where people will be begging for a position to be given to them under a democratic system. We do not want to be part of unworkable and construction called Nigeria, where people will go to vote, where you say you want to conduct election, and then a particular group, Southern Nigeria, who are supposed to be educated people. The Southern Nigeria are the most educated people in Nigeria. They forget what is democracy. That the democracy is government of the people, by the people, and of the people. Which means the democracy is by the vote, number of the vote. It is by majority, it is by voting. So, in a country where you know the definition of democracy and what democracy is all about, you go and say, I am asking the northern Nigeria that presidency must shift to the south. That is to tell you that it is incongruous. What we call incongruous. The system of Nigeria has failed. The Nigeria you see today has failed. Diversity in Nigeria is a very dangerous one. Why would you say you are in democracy? Democracy is by vote. You go to polling unit, you vote, and the majority carries the vote. Why would you come out and say you must give us presidency? Why are you coming to say it is by rotational? What is rotational? What is rotational in democracy? If you begin to agitate for rotational In a democracy, you are no longer practicing democracy. Democracy is dead in Nigeria. Democracy is dead. Every one of you in Nigeria, in the southern Nigeria, especially the governors, especially the elite, why would you be deceiving your young ones? Why will you be deceiving the entire Nigeria, 200 million people? Why are you people going from one place to another begging for presidency to rotate to south? Isn't that stupidity? Isn't that exposing your ignorance? Isn't that the reason why Fulanis are taking you for granted? Isn't that the reason why Fulani are taking you on a ride? Isn't that the reason why they believe you do not even know anything about education? Isn't that the reason why they are telling you that you are just educated for nothing? Why would Fulani create different and many polling units in their own region? And they gave you the entire southern Nigeria ordinary 10,000 polling units. They have already rigged you out of 2023. And that's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS custody. Because he has been shouting about it. He has been shouting. Because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's shout, because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's exposition, because of his stand against injustice and impunity of the caliphate and the terrorist government of Nigeria. They abducted him. He is paying the price of trying to liberate you. And that is the reason why, as you rise up and open your mouth to rejoice because you saw handcuff on him, my brother, your handcuff is spiritual, and it's worse than the handcuff you saw in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's hand. You are in a spiritual handcuff. And not only that, after you may have been released from the spiritual handcuff, you will be met with the terrorists carrying machetes and the obejiri that they are going to use to cut your head like they have done to others. They chop off head, butcher human being, children and women, just to make sure they create fear. Any community they attack, they send a strong message: don't go back there again. So I am telling you today, why would your southern leaders be asking and agitating that a presidency must rotate to the southern Nigeria? What exactly do you call the system you are practicing? We want to know. Are you practicing democracy? Are you practicing democracy? It's just like you go to America now. Oh, they tell you Donald Trump is from New York. Donald Trump is from New York. New York people have been ruling all these years, and we don't want anybody from New York again. We want somebody from Texas. You go to America, they tell you, oh, California has been in the Senate for many years. We want somebody from what is it called? Carolina or whatever, Illinois, for example. We want somebody from El Paso, Texas. We want somebody from Orlando. We want somebody from here, we want somebody from that. Or that region have not. What is going on? Can we begin to ask them questions? In fact, let us ask those leaders from the southern Nigeria, what is the name of the system you are practicing? Is it a selective system of government? Fulani has destroyed everything. They have destroyed the foundation of Nigeria. So, if you are looking for those who destroy Nigeria, hold the Fulanis accountable. They destroy Nigeria. And we are going to help them to destroy the remaining one. And that's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. To make sure we restore a peaceful nation where equity, peace, love, and tranquility will be the order of the day, where we are going to respect the opinion and culture of each other, where we are going to respect human life, value the dignity of life and the dignity of women, where we are going to make sure that everyone is equal and we do not have minority, where the state of origin will be Biafra, where you are not going to be differentiated of which region you come from, because it is the part of the things we have learned all these years from the Western world. I am asking you, is a very vital question. What type of democracy do you practice in Nigeria that will make the people you call elite to gather together, have a communique and demand that presidency must rotate to the southern Nigeria? Because they know that Fulani have systematically created the mechanism that will make them to continue to be in power until their kingdom come. And the only way anybody outside Fulani can be able to rule Nigeria is by begging and become the stooge of Fulani. That is the only way they are going to give you some vote from the north. This 55,000 polling unit is already designed for them to bring anybody that they want to become the president of Nigeria, and is going to win the presidency without even struggling. And in the eve of the election, they are going to be printing their hand in ballot paper. They will carry the ballot boxes, put it in a room, thumbprint all of them. They are going to thumbprint millions and millions of ballot paper, because you are not allowed to go there and inspect them. Who are you to go to a nomadic people? Who are you to go to Fulani house? Who are you to go to Fulani polling unit? If you talk, they will come and butcher you, and no news media will carry it. How dare you go to Fulani to say you want to monitor election? My brother, how long do you want to be part of such incongruous system? How do you want to live in a such incongruous system? For how long? That is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS custody. And that is the reason why, if what I am saying today makes sense to you, you must rise up, irrespective of your ethnicity, irrespective of your tribe, irrespective of your religion. You must rise up and say, enough is enough. More voice has joined the struggle for disintegration of Nigeria. Let us have the disintegration. Even if you are not supporting Biafra as a name, support disintegration of Nigeria. It is also on the table. Disintegration of Nigeria is on the table. Our leader, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, has made it very point blank. The people will decide. It doesn't matter. The most important thing now is that you support the disintegration of Nigeria. Whatever happens after the disintegration, we are going to sort it out. But what matters now? Disintegration of Nigeria.
I thank God for the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Biafran people are going to defend themselves. If it's going to take everyone out to defend Biafra, we will do that till the last man standing. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide our Liberation Army. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity and equity. We move airborne. Thank you, and stay safe.